Well, welcome to XALT Ministries. My name's Wyatt, and today we're going to look at I Have This Hope by 10th Avenue North. The song is going to be done in the key of C. We're going to have a couple little different tiny chord modifications to do. In reality, we're just subtracting notes. We're not adding any finger positions. We're actually taking them away. But we're actually also going to look at the piano solo that they have behind it. We're going to try and incorporate that into our guitar strumming and kind of make it a guitar, not exactly a guitar-only song, but a song where you can play and the melody and the rhythm and everything's going to be kind of tied together as best as possible. So most of this video will actually be taken from the perspective of how we look at our chords, because that way you'll be able to see where I move my fingers and how I'm doing things, and I'll just call out the chords accordingly. Our strum pattern for this is going to be a very simple one that we've done in the past. It's a half measure pattern. It's very repetitive, so it makes it kind of easy if you have to do any quick chord changes. So before we get to that, let's take a look at the chords we're going to be using, and then I'll show you when we go through the video the different chord modifications that we're going to take, because we're going to use a couple different versions of C just to do this video. So real quickly, without any further ado, let's take a look at the chords and see how they're done. Let's take a look at our chords for the song. So the chords we're going to be using, I'm going to be using what I call worship C chords, which is pretty much C chords with an extra note that kind of keeps a nice tone. So we're looking at a C, an F, G, and the A minor version, which is actually an A sus9, if I recall. So the C is actually still called C because of this added note is actually a duplicate. So we have a mute 3, 2, open 1, 3. And that's your C note. If we go to our F note, we're just going to shift these two fingers down a string and mute the top two strings, giving us that dominant F note. So you have for your F, you have a mute, 3, 2, 1, 3. Now let's say reset back up to our C. Now if we go up one, so we have, this is our G note. So we have G, C, F, C, G, C, F. Okay, so we have G. The official name for this, I think, is a G11, if I remember right. And that's going to be a 3, 2, open, 1, 3. So you notice the 3, 2 is just shifting, while the 1, 3 is keeping the same. Now the only one that's going to be a little different is going to be the A sus9. Now this is my A minor replacement for this chord set. And we're just going to mute top two. And so the A sus9, now I'm using one finger to mute to fret two strings. Now if you want, you can push your two fingers. Just make sure this pinky down here is fretting that string correctly, because that's usually the problem I have with trying to do it this way. This is a great way to challenge yourself to do two strings, one finger, and it will benefit you greatly if you can do this successbotly. Because it also frees up this finger to do whatever. So I could even say mute these two, or I could say I could fret these two, fret the bottom, and I've fretted all 6 strings now. And that's what it sounds like, but beside the point, I can fret all 6 strings by be able to accomplish this. So we have a mute, open, 2, 2, and make sure you get that fretted correctly. Mute, open, 2, 2, 1, 3. And that's our A sus9, which is going to be our A minor replacement. So we have G, C, F, A, and our A sus9 or A minor. Alright, so that's the four strings, 4 chords, that we're going to be using for the song. Now, we'll be coming back to this view to show you the how to play kind of like a rhythm melody for I Have This Hope that will use the individual piano chords, but we're going to be incorporating them into a chord format and a strum pattern that sounds pretty similar, and then you could actually play guitar and people will hear the song in it. At least hopefully they will. But anyways, let's go back to looking at our strum pattern real quick, and then we'll come back to this view. Alright, so now you got your chords. Remember we're doing the basic C, and we're doing this in worship C. So we have our C, our F, our A minor, which is an A sus9, and our G. Now that you got like those 4, kind of give them rhythm together, we're not going to be doing the D minor in this, so we won't have to worry about that chord. But anyways, for those 4 chords, and then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking away some notes. We're going to be moving a couple fingers around these two fingers right here, your pointer and your pinky, I'm going to tell you right now, these two fingers are, if you don't have calluses on them, you will by the time you're done with this lesson. Because they will not move throughout the entire lesson, so they better get pretty comfortable on those strings. And if your fingers start hurting, that's okay. Take a break, and when you go to come back, your body's gonna be like, hey, I need more skin coverage there, and you will have calluses, and that'll be a good thing because then you'll be able to play. Your fingers will look the same, but they will not hurt. So let's switch over our camera perspective real quick. And actually, before I do that, let's take a better look at our strum pattern, because I almost forgot. The strum pattern up on your screen is going to be 1, 2, and 4, and. So you have 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and. Actually hear a little bit of the song there. But that's going to be our strum pattern. Remember, you can always do it muted. 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and. Okay, so that's going to be your strum pattern. Alright, so let's switch over our camera view real quick. Let's take a better look at our fretboard here so we can see what's going on. So let's switch that over real quick. Take a look at these chord progressions and how we're going to do these modifications. So on the song here, it starts in C. So you know how we have like our standard C, or our worship C, F, G, and the A sustain. Now what I'm going to do here is in this song, most of the verses have almost like this very, not exactly a dark, but a droning sound. So in order to get the droning sound out of this more or less cheery sound, I'm going to take my middle finger off, and it's going to it's got that droning sound to it, okay? So that's your 88 dynamite. That's like your D chord. It's like a droning D chord. And we're going to do that for most of this entire song until we get to the chorus, and then we'll get at that little cheery, nice feeling to it. You know, I have this whole... Okay? So, now to do this, there is a note arrangement for this. Now, if you do your strum pattern with just a C, just press C, you hear this. Without the finger on it, do the droning. That's about the speed I'm going to go with this. Now, for the C, it's going to go C, and then you're going to go to like an F. Okay, so F, and you're going to mute these top two. Actually, let's leave this second string open. It still adds that nice droning sound to it. So instead of like your droning D, now I have a droning B, or droning A, sorry. Alright, so we have this. Okay, and then you're going to take this finger and this finger, and you're going to switch them. So you're going from a C note to an F note to an E note. So if I just played those individual notes, sound like this. That might sound a little familiar. So we're going to incorporate that into the chords. So we have a C, F, E, C. So that's what we're going to do for our C. Now you can go ahead and practice that. I'm doing a full measure, or really, so I'm doing a full measure of the C. And then I go to the half measure of the F. And then half measure of the E. So I have like this. Oh, sorry, I'm doing the wrong strum pattern. I'm still not doing it right. Let's see if I can get it right. There we go. That's for the C. Now if you do the A, because that's going to be your first line, as I walk this great unknown. And then, yep. Questions come and questions go, and now you're going to play the A. Now we already have an A note that's kind of out, so we're not going to bother fretting anything. If you want, you can fret this and then give it like an A over E sound, but we're not going to bother. We're just going to leave it open for the A. Alright, and then we're going to do the same F, C that we did with the C note, how we went from F, E, C, F, E. Now we're going to do open, F, E. So we're going to go C, and then open. Oh. Okay, so that's your A minor note on your chord sheet. That'll be attached below. So we have now we're going to go to a G. Okay, just do the G note. And then you can go to an F. So you can go, now this next one, we're going to go C, F. So we go. And then back to the C, and you're going to do your progression again. So it's going to sound, your first verse is going to kind of like this, excuse the horrible voicings. So you have this, as I walk this great unknown, questions come and questions go. And then I cannot read. Questions go. Was there purpose for my pain? Did I cry these tears in vain? I don't want to have to live in fear. Back to the C. Then go to A and 1. Hope that you are near. G. That your grace can be seen. F. Both trial and tragedy. Back to the C. Progression. So we have our progression is C root progression. So we have C progression, A progression, G, F, C progression. Okay? Now it's a little hard. Now that goes for both verses. Now chorus, we're going to do the same thing for the chorus. The only difference is you don't want that droning feel no more. So we're going to add that extra note, keep that note. So I have this hope. Now notice I already have a finger here, so all I had to do is move from here, here, off. And then you're going to fret your standard A sus9, and you're still going to use this finger for these two notes. So it's going to sound like this. So it's going to sound a little different. Normal G, normal F, and then normal C with your progression. If you're following the chord sheet, I'm just going along with the chords. So you can see that with the C notes, we're playing the progression. With the A minor note, we're playing the progression. And then the G and the F, we just play. And then the C note, we play with progression. And that's going to go all through the entire chorus. So if I play just verse 1 in chorus, it's going to sound kind of like this. So you get used to the not here in the droning and not in here in the droning. As I walk this great unknown, questions come and questions go. Was there purpose for the pain that cry these tears in vain? I want to have to live in fear. I want to trust that you are near. Trust your grace can be seen. I think that's right. Yes, okay, sorry, I'm trying to memorize it because I can't see my chord sheet very well. I need better glasses. So your grace can be seen in both triumph and tragedy. Now watch it. I have this hope in the depth of my soul. In the flood or the fire, you're with me and you won't let go. I want to live in fear. And then I think I just went back to the first. So that's what it's like playing this. Now you see it has a droning feel and has that nice, almost perky, but not. It has more of a vibrant than drony feel to it. So that's the chorus and that's the verse. Now let's go on to the bridge. Now the bridge, I'm not going to do anything special on. I'm actually just going to play the chords. So your bridge chords are A minor. For us, it's A sus9 to F to G. So it goes. Whatever happens, I will not be afraid. Okay? Because you are closer than this breath that I take. You calm the storms when I hear you call my name. I still believe that one day I'll see your face. And I have this hope in the depth of my... Oops, I'm losing my pick. that the my soul. So that's like the basis of the song. Now, in this last chorus, they do a little differently. The first, you're with me, they don't say anywhere let go. So they kind of drones out. Now, you can do several different things with this. So if I go through this, you have this hope in the depth of my soul. And in the flood or the fire, you're with me. And I have this hope in the depth of my soul. In the flood or the fire, you're with me and you won't let go. Okay, so that's the basis for the song. Now, that's the reason I want to show you this in this point of view, is you see what my fingers are doing. But anyways, that's the gist for this song on how to play it. It gives you a little melody to it. Now, if you want to have someone, the best way I would think to play it is you just strum the standard strings and have your bass player worry about doing the notation. And I think that would give it a really cool look, a cool tone to it, especially if it's a higher bass note. Because this is the actual notes that you play. So you have your C, your F, and your E. C, F, E, C, F, E. That's your standard progression, or just F, E. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I'm White with XALT Ministries, and I will see you next time.